Hello there.
Oh, hi.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Yeah,
How are you doing today?
very fine.
Okay, so yeah, I am joined here by KitsuneFox, and would you like to describe your role on this project while I get it started?
So, I was creating games for the past 10 years as a kind of a hobby. I'm a lover and an avid fan of retro video games, so when I saw the global game jam, theme duality, I wanted to create something that pays tribute to one of my favorite retro games. It's called Binary Land, it's on the Famicom, and it's various clones. I had one of these clones. Mine was the Gold Leopard King 2004. I had this clone as a little child. I did everything for the project here myself, except for the fonts. I turned to DeviantArt for those. Peak and Gassara on DeviantArt made some really great retro-looking pixel fonts that looked perfect, and I saw the license and it just involved like saying who
Attribution?
made the fonts.
Yeah,
So
nice.
I said Peak and Gassara, it's right on the title screen.
Yeah, excellent.
Yet another interest of mine, classical music, found its way into the game in the forms of covers of the classical music by Beethoven, Dvorak, Waldteufel, Chopin. Those are actually covers of covers, because the covered arrangements here in the game are covers of the music from my favorite retro games. Like the Skater's Waltz cover in the third world is actually the cover from Kekyoku Nankyoku Daiboken Antarctic Adventure, just simplify it a bit.
Nice. So I'm not
Like,
sure exactly what happened on the second level there, but it looked like I managed to skip something somehow. I just hit space to
yeah,
switch.
it's probably this glitch that it sometimes happens on the second level only.
Okay.
I didn't have time to like trace it down and nail it.
Oh, I also noticed you have limited swaps. That's the other thing. So I
Yes,
can't just do it
there's
all the
the
time.
number in the top left corner.
Okay. I thought I was trying to be clever there, but yeah, I'm gonna have to think
You
about
can't.
this a little more carefully. Okay. Well, I do appreciate that the game is a mix of puzzle, but also like reacting live to the enemies that I'm trying to dodge here.
Yes, it is.
Uh, okay. Well, yeah, I appreciate that you like launched immediately into the inspiration behind the game. I think that's super cool. I haven't heard of Binary Land before.
Yeah, it's a cool retro game. You all should play it sometime.
Oh boy, am I gonna make it? I don't think so. Ah, just quite almost.
There was also some other inspirations like Doki Doki Penguin Land
Hmm.
and Pengo and other games with penguins, Antarctic Adventure.
Yeah, nice. Uh,
They're all retro games for retro consoles, and they're
Excellent.
all very fun.
Yeah, okay. So this was made in Game Maker Studio?
Exactly, it was made in GameMaker 1.8.1 and then later ported to Studio. I ported it. Actually, it was made in a legacy version of GameMaker.
Right. Yeah, I've used Game Maker since version 5, so it's I'm used to hearing most people are like up to the newest version, but so which version of Studio did you end up switching to then?
1.4 because it allowed me to like port the game easily to web.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to switch to Studio but I wanted to port it to the web, so I went it.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
that took the GameMaker 8.1 source.
Yes, yes. I'm also a fan of Game Maker Studio 1.4 myself. It's the I don't still use version 8, but yeah, I think it's 1.4 is still my favorite engine to use for prototyping. So I definitely agree with you there. Do you have a particularly like fun hack or a shortcut for the Game Maker engine that you think would be useful for others to know?
The built-in variables are very useful, like vspeed, hspeed, they're very useful if you want to quickly prototype gameplay, but for this game they didn't really work because this is tile-based.
Right.
But there's a different hack, very clever and very specific to this game. Because this was all coded like every object, the schools and everything refers to this player object, this penguin. I couldn't just destroy this penguin, so I just had to hide it by making its image alpha 0.
Yeah.
It's not actually destroyed when the player dies.
Right. So the instance is like persistent, and you're just
Yeah.
like refreshing the everything else on the screen.
Yes, exactly
Okay.
that.
All right. So what was your development process actually like?
Like, I was developing a game with my team. I was also developing a second game with a team. This one I did myself, and the second one I did with a team was called Money Shot. And I didn't have any tasks to do in the team because the co-jammers didn't have any tasks for me to do. I decided to play Enter the Gungeon to kill some time. And then I had a revelation that I was wasting my time. I've been wasting my time for like half a day, and then decided to create a second game in the last 12 hours of this game jam.
Wow.
So this was crunched beyond belief in the
Yeah,
last
that's
12 hours.
insane. Did you reuse any assets that you'd made before?
No,
Wow.
it was all created like... No. I thought that the Ode to Joy was reused, but I ended recomposing the end of level rendition of Ode to Joy anyway. I ended up recomposing this.
Yeah, even still, to have made everything else in the time limit is super impressive.
And the development process looked that first I thought of Binary Land, but I wanted to make it into a platform game because the theme just fit into this. But when I thought about it, the symmetrical levels and moving two characters at once, there were two penguins at some point that could interact with skulls and gold, but it didn't work exactly well. Like, it was very hard to complete the level. So I decided to add this swapping mechanic. I released the game for the global game jam, and it didn't have this cute penguin character at first. The jam version has a placeholder ball character. I thought about having penguins later as an afterthought because I remembered all of these cute penguin games. I thought that me having penguins would be cute as well.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think penguins are adorable animals. I've used penguins as artwork in games that I've made as well. Um, I'm immediately stuck on this level, but I'm glad that the game over.
You need to destroy the bridge on the top.
You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. I'll do my best to figure it out.
You need to wait for the schools to come to this tree block perfectly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll see if I can figure this out. But yeah. So
What a nice game over.
I'm glad that the so what actually happens in the case of a game over? Do you just restart the level that you're on, or reset to the beginning of the world that you're on?
If you didn't get reset like to the very beginning of the game,
Yeah.
that means that you've just encountered a bug
Oh
that
well.
I didn't fix. So you basically have infinite tries right now.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of glad of that because I don't want to have to restart from the very beginning of the game if I can
I
avoid
will
it.
be fixing that.
Okay. Why are you? Oh well, there I go. Now I'm back at the beginning. Um. So why do you want to have limited lives? That's not something I tend to see in a puzzle game.
Yes, I know. The favorite games of my younger years had this limited lives mechanic, and I thought like having them would be a nice throwback. And it's easy to get more lives if you play well. It's really hard to game over this.
Well, I don't know. I
At
think
least
a
that's
lot of
what
what
I
I've
feel.
been uh, what I'm doing so far is mostly based on experimentation. So if I there might be like one particular level that I'm just really stuck on, and
I also
then
don't want the game to be too easy
right,
because
I
it's pretty short, and I wanted to like hide the fact that it's pretty short.
okay, that's fine.
It's only 20 levels long.
20
Five
levels is
four
not
four words,
Mhm.
5 levels each.
Okay. I wouldn't consider 20 levels to be that short, like especially for a jam game.
You just completed a quarter of the game.
Well, yeah, but that's I don't know. I think that the ideal length for a game jam game is between like 5 and 10 minutes, honestly, to be able to just like sit down, try something out, and then move on to the next project and get because there's like thousands of games that have been submitted for this jam, right?
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
But anyway, I wouldn't worry about it. It's just I I'm not necessarily going to see much more of the game if I can't figure out this next level here. No, not this one. The one that's the first level of World Two.
You need to destroy the bridges from above. You need to time it perfectly,
Yeah,
and then you'll beat it.
I'll try to figure it
It's a
out. I
pretty
just
simple puzzle.
yeah. Yeah, Lumofia's Dark Souls is only trying to hide its true length. Anyway, I do you have like aside from the changes that you made for this version that we're playing right now, um, do you have any other plans in mind for the game? Very
Well,
like
I kinda want to leave this project as it is at this moment because I
mhm,
already did some small changes.
mhm.
But the other, more ambitious side of me just wants to continue this and create dual Destinies Deluxe with like colorized graphics using the NES color palette, through NES style chiptune music,
Mhm.
and some more levels. Like it would be a perfect version of this with some cutscenes, some overarching plot,
I think
stuff like that.
the like the one bit aesthetic of the game really contributes. Oh no, I swapped, but the so the there is actually some time delay on the anime. Well, that was interesting. I died and then died a second time. I think I died in the midst of the animation, but my character actually did teleport. But then I died again when they got to the character that the where they anyway. Weird, but um, so I guess adding some colors to the game, and then otherwise, oh no, I did it again. I guess the I don't know. I think you need to get some more feedback from other players because when I am playing a puzzle game, it can be kind of tedious to go back through the levels I've already completed, trying to get to the new levels that I haven't played yet.
There's only one
That's
solution to each of these levels.
well, that's exactly the problem. Is that if there is only one solution, then there isn't any point in replaying it.
Well, you can speedrun it.
I yeah, you can, but My personal philosophy on that is that you should never force a player to replay a part of the game. If they want to go back and replay it, then that should be their choice, not something the game imposes on them.
That will be a thing that the deluxe version might fix by adding a continue option with some passwords.
Well, that's why I was saying that it would be a good idea to try and see what other people think of the game, because I'm not crazy about um, having to use um, not crazy about having to replay these levels doesn't mean that other people might think that's like, oh, that's part of the challenge in the game is to figure it out. But
Yes, you just figured out it for the second bridge.
mhm.
You just need to do the same for the first bridge.
uh, I don't feel like I figured anything out, but okay, I'll give it another try. Um,
You
so
just like locked up this school in this 3 block thing, and you need to do it for the first bridge as well.
no, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and I don't know what the timing is either. But anyway, as I said, I'll give it another try. I just, yeah, if there's something that like people are screaming at the screen because it's obvious, but I don't know, you can try the game yourself. I will make sure to repost the link here in chat. At
I
least
saw
to keep
this
going
idea.
until I get another game over.
I saw this idea in the chat that it would be cool if the world gained colors along the playthrough. I think it's a good idea as well. I might implement this in this deluxe version.
Yeah, I can imagine a version of the game where you have like different worlds or different color palettes, or you have like additional layers of color being added to the game over time. I think I've isolated the bug for why you have like infinite lives. It seems like if I die to an enemy, then I can just keep going. It's only if I hit restart now that I'll actually like permanently die. Uh, at least it seems that way.
Any more questions?
No, that's basically it for now. So, where can people find you on social media, and do you have any other projects that you'd like to plug?
I have this Twitter account called Extremely Awesome Games, aka the other EA Games. The Twitter username for that is a bit of a pun on Electronic Arts, a gaming company I hate for their monetizations practice.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with you there.
And at this moment, I'm creating this action platformer called Attack of the Martians. And I'm creating a second game that's a hybrid of an action-adventure game, a stealth game, and a dating simulator. It's called the School of Lies. And I'm creating a Sonic the Hedgehog-inspired platformer that doesn't have a name yet. I'm still wondering about the name Rapid Pause.
Okay.
And
Nice.
I'm creating a fourth game, Aspire to Love, a Neurodiverse dating simulator. It's
Wow.
basically what it says on the tin.
Oh, that's super
Autistic
impressive that you've
dating
got all these
simulator.
projects on the go at once. I still can't figure out this one level. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, um, that's a.
Yes,
I'm
you heard that
honestly,
right. It's a stealth action dating sim.
yeah, that's a. I would love to see how all those genres end up coming together. So, yeah, if you do have any other future projects that you'd
So
like,
the action part is basically crafting stuff to use them in the school. The stealth part is using stealth to get like evidence against the school bully, and the dating sim is when you date the girls for the prom in the game.
all right, sounds good. Well, I'm gonna do my. No, this is as close as I can get to beating this level. I can't get all the gold.
Now swap.
But I only have one swap. I don't know how to get
Yes,
back to the other
it
side.
needs to be used here. Swap now.
No, I'm dead. There's too much of a delay on the stream.
Yes. You know, I know what you're doing.
Anyway,
Swap.
that's too bad. I'm sorry I can't get further in the game, but
You need to time this. Time this
I know,
false,
but
so this tool
I don't
is.
see what the timing's supposed to be. Like I don't even know.
You
Um,
need to use this one swap at at the very beginning of the level, and you need to destroy the bridge.
okay.
The second and third bridge by walking like in a straight path.
Okay. Well, I'll.
It's pretty obvious.
I'm okay, but like I oh okay, so I can do that. Okay, I didn't know I could go sideways off the ladder. That helps.
You
Okay, so I
need to
gotta do
jump up. You know, you need to jump off to the bridge from the top brick above you. That's how
okay,
this works.
finally, finally. Okay, we get to see the next level.
You did
Okay,
part of this like several times.
I always felt like I was missing some gold though. Like I never. That was the
You
main
need
thing
to
that I had
collect
to
all the
learn.
gold on each level.
Well, I know that. Yeah, I know I have to collect all the gold, and that's why I felt like I was never figuring out that level because I was always leaving some gold behind on one of the higher platforms. But the main thing I just never realized was that you could go sideways off the ladder because that's what I was trying to do to get around those little skull guys. So maybe it would help if there was some other level in the game where you have to go sideways off of a ladder to get onto a platform because I don't think that was something that I knew that I could do yet.
I thought this level is pretty obvious at this moment of the game.
Well, you'd be surprised like when there's a game that's like this, I most games that I'm used to playing, especially retro ones, on ladders you can just go straight up or straight down. You can't go sideways off of a ladder. So it really depends if other people that play the game and if they get stuck at that point, then there's no harm in just adding an extra level to World One, or an extra level at the beginning of World Two that just teaches the player that you can go sideways off the ladder. Because that
Oh,
was the
I
one skill
see.
that I was
You've
missing.
just beat it.
Oh wow, is that there's that much of a stream delay? Okay, well anyway, it's
I
pretty
needed
significant.
to. No, it's dying. My internet is dying.
Okay, well I'm glad we can still hear you at least. Um, so I guess we will call it there
Here
for.
you need to be quick. You need to like fall from the sides.
Okay, at the top. Well, I think I'm going to wrap up here.
And there's a part when you need to swap in the air.
Okay.
And for the first part of the level, you don't use swaps.
Okay, well you don't you don't have to spoil it for me. I think it'll be interesting to let people try it for themselves. But at least I beat that one level that I was finally stuck on. So thank you so much for coming on to discuss the game. If you have any future projects that you send my way, if you're interested in feedback or doing another interview like this, I'd always be more than happy to try it out. But yeah, for now, that has been Dual Destinies. KitsuneFox, thank you so much for joining me on the call. And is there anything else where I think I already did you mention where can people find you? Oh yeah, you did. Yes, that's usually my last
Yes,
question. But okay, cool. Well,
with
thanks
their
again.
extremely awesome games,
Yes. All right.
aka the other EA games.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.
It was nice to meet you. Thanks
Likewise.
and
All
bye.
right. Bye bye.